Welcome back to another episode of BAM GPG. I'll be your host, Bryson.
And I'll be your co-host, Ben.
And today we're going to talk about some of the combine stats. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe and go check out our TikTok, BAM GPG.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So another day at the combine. We got some more numbers to kind of put out there for everyone. So let's go ahead and share that out here real quick, Bryson. We'll start with the tight end position. So 40-yard dash tight end position. So we'll just cover the top five for each one. So you got Terrence Ferguson running it at a 4.63, Joshua Simon at a 4.65. CJ Dupree from Alabama ran it in 4.69, and Gavin Bartholomew, the tight end from Tennessee, 4.7, and also running a 4.7 is Thomas Fedone II, tight end out of Nebraska. So the top tight end time was a 4.63. Terrence Ferguson, tight end out of Oregon. Now, a couple others I want to look at here. So the vertical. Terrence Ferguson also took the top spot in that, 39-inch vertical. Joshua Simon from South Carolina had a 38-inch. Jalen Conyers from Texas Tech had a 35.5-inch vertical. And Thomas Fedone II, again on the board, with a 35.5. And Luke Lacey from Iowa, 35. So Iowa tight ends typically produce well in the NFL. I think he'll be great as well. So he had a good collegiate career at Iowa. So no surprise that he's on the board here. And then also want to take a look at their broad jumps here, right? So Thomas Fedone II had a 10-foot 6-inch Bryson. Joshua Simon from South Carolina had a 10-foot 4-inch. Terrence Ferguson from Oregon on the board again with a 10-foot 2-inch. Jalen Conyers, tight end out of Texas Tech, a 10-foot 1-inch. And Jackson Hawes, a tight end out of Georgia Tech at a 10-foot 1-inch. So that's kind of the quick updates on the tight ends here. Bryson, we'll move over to the cornerbacks. We'll start with their 40-yard time. I'll let you cover through the top five on these guys.
Maxwell Harrison, 4.28. Darian Poyer, 4.30. Out of Iowa State.
Absolutely.
Caleb Wainshaw, 4.33. Jacob Parrish, 4.35. Zach Glacier, 4.36. And J.D. Barron, 4.39.
Yeah, cornerback we've covered, J.D. Barron, quick, 4.39. So he's got some speed to him. But the top one, Maxwell Harrison, flying, 4.28 40-yard dash. It's fantastic. So let's take a look at their vertical jumps here real quick, Bryson.
Caleb Wainshaw, 40-inch vertical. Maxwell Harrison, 39.50. Jason Marshall Jr., 37.50. Jacob Parrish, 37.50. Upton Stott.
Upton Stott.
37.15.
And then the broad jumps.
Robert Longbeam, 11
feet 2 inches.
Darian Porter. No, not Darian Porter.
Darian Porter, Iowa State cornerback.
10 feet 11 inches. Maxwell Harrison, 10 feet 9 inches. Jacob Parrish, 10 feet 9 inches. Caleb Wainshaw, 10 feet 9 inches. And Upton Scout, 10 foot 8 inches.
Yeah, so some good numbers. A lot of speed coming out of the cornerback position today. Next one here we'll cover through is the safeties. We'll start with their 40-yard dash time. So Marquise Sigel had a 4.37 on his 40. Nick Emmons-Worry, South Carolina guy, ran a 4.38. Kaiden Crawford from Nevada, a 4.41. Billy Ballman Jr. from Oklahoma, a 4.42. And then Andrew Mukuba from Texas, a 4.45. So a little bit slower than some of the times we saw at the cornerbacks, but still some pretty quick times on the 40-yard dash. Their vertical jumps, we got Nick Emamori, a 43-inch vertical jump, South Carolina. Kaiden Crawford, again on the board from Nevada at a 41.5. R.J. Mickens from Clemson, a 41.5. And then Marquise Sigel from Kansas State, 38. And Ryan Lane III from Navy, go Navy, had a 37-inch. So that is our safety spots. And then we'll take a look at the broad jumps here real quick. Got Nick Emamori, South Carolina, 11 feet 6 inch broad jump. Marquise Sigel, Kansas State on the board again, 10 foot 10 inch. Kaiden Crawford from Nevada had a 10 foot 8 inch broad jump. Ryan Lane III, again, Navy, 10 foot 8 inch. And then Jonas Sanker from Virginia, 10 foot 8 inch vertical jump. So had some more of the athletic guys out there today. So you saw some of those kind of bigger numbers in the jumps and lower numbers in the 40-yard dash. Excited to see where some of these wide receivers place in the 40. Maybe we'll have a record broken this year. We'll see. But want to cover the bench real quick for some of these guys that we covered yesterday. So O-line, don't have anything for them yet. So defensive end, look at some of it. So the bench is 225 pounds, right? How many consecutive reps they can get here. So for defensive end, you got Ethan Downs from Oklahoma, 32 reps at 225. Mike Green from Marshall, one of the top edge rushers in this draft, showing his strength. He had 28 reps at 225. Sean Martin, an edge out of West Virginia, had 28 reps at 225. And then Baron Sorrell from Texas, 28 reps. And then you had Tyler Batty from BYU with 27 reps on the bench today. D-tackle, so our big boys, right? So where are they at? You got Jordan Phillips from Maryland at 29 reps. Darius Alexander, he scored out well yesterday as well. So he had 28 reps on the bench today. Eric Gregory from Arkansas had 28 reps on the bench. Ty Robinson, D-tackle from Nebraska. This guy's been scoring out well, both days here at the Combine. Again, 28 reps on the bench. And then Joshua Farmer, Florida State, 26 reps at 225. And that brings us to our linebackers here. So you got Teddy Buchanan from California, 26 reps on the bench. Nick Martin from Oklahoma State, 26 reps on the bench. Demetrius Knight Jr., 22 reps. Eugene Asante from Auburn with 21. And Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. I believe he was the linebacker we've covered as well, Bryson, in one of our previous episodes, if I'm correct, with 21 reps as well. So seeing some of those big boys get some reps in at 225 on the bench today. We'll see where some of these other guys grade out. I'm kind of excited to see where the O-line grades out on the bench, but I want to see, the running back, wide receivers, to be curious to see where their 40-yard time is. Be curious to see where their shuttle times for some of those skilled positions like running back, wide receiver, and as well as their vertical, right? So it's fun to go through these Combine stats, Bryson. It doesn't paint the whole picture of the player, but it's something, if you're a scout, if you're a GM, you're watching these tapes, you're seeing, this kid's athletic on tape. He's athletic on the football field. Well, if they're going to the Combine and they're putting out these numbers too, right? So they're able to put two and two together. He's athletic from what we see on tape, and he's also, scoring out athletic on the Combine. It's usually a good sign. I know Green Bay specifically, they're looking for these big, fast, strong, athletic guys. Green Bay really likes their athletic guys. That's why you saw a guy like a Lucas Van Ness getting drafted in the first round for Green Bay, albeit he hasn't panned out quite yet, but I'm not ready to give up on Van Ness quite yet. But you typically see that, Green Bay goes in that direction. They like their athletic guys, like the guys who look athletic on the field. And then they, the combine plays a little bit of a role into it, right? So if they look athletic on the field, they don't look athletic at the combine or vice versa, it kind of raises some questions, right? It causes you to kind of dig a little bit deeper into that player, learn a little bit more. What's going on? What's causing this? So, again, it's fun, but it's also fun to compare it, right? So they look great at the combine. Do they look good on the field as well? So, I don't know about you, Bryson, but I enjoy going through these at the combine.
Yeah, and as always,
it's Go Pack Go.